Well, hey, Ben. What is up, everybody? Hop down in the chat and let me know that you guys can hear me clearly, okay? Let me know that you guys can hear me as we get into this review for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. What's up, Kirby? You need your swoop for this title. Tears are falling from my face. I can't say it. Listen, that is the name of the episode, the Miseducation of Mary Cosby. What's up, Kevin? What's going on? Okay. What is up? Hopefully you can hear me clearly without any issue. And we're going to go ahead and hop right on into this review because it was cool for what it was. All right. So let's talk about it. Heather, first thing out the gate, Heather done bought her her employee a Audi. I thought that was really nice. You know, one thing about Heather, she gonna gift to people. That's one thing Miss Heather likes to do. Miss Heather is a giver. All right. So there's that. I wouldn't mind being Miss Heather friend. Hey, Heather girl, how are you? What's up, Yolanda? What is going on? Welcome in. So Jenny goes to lunch with her husband. And when she goes to Whaley, she goes over to his office, take him a little bit of Cheesecake Factory. And when she goes over, she decides to talk to him about Mary because y'all know Miss Jenny is not featuring Miss Mary. And Miss Jenny, I'm not featuring you. I don't know what it is. I am not featuring Jenny. I'm not, to be honest, I do not like Jenny. Okay, she is extra. I'm just saying. Okay, so we see each other. All right, Kevin, I'm not a fan of Miss Jenny. Okay, she tells her husband about Mary and Mary's lies, and then tells him about her comment about Jenny's eyes, saying that she likes her beautiful slanted eyes. And in their culture, that's not a good thing to say. So they don't like that, right? Jenny felt like that was like that comment was like discriminatory or something like that. I was kind of like, discriminatory? Like, she said that's discrimination is what she said. I said, discrimination? You feel like her saying that your eyes were slanted is discrimination? I don't think it was going up in comparison against anything for it to be discrimination, but I understand you if you feel like, you know, it was a racist comment for her to make, right? If she was offended, I feel like Mary should just apologize out the gate. You know what I'm saying? For offending Jenny and not having the knowledge that was expected of her about Jenny's culture. So I understood Jenny's point, but it don't change how I feel about you, Jenny. I'm not a fan. So Mary goes to lunch with Meredith, and Mary starts mocking Jenny when it comes to the incident that took place. And I said, now see, Mary, they finna be on your head about something else, girl. They about to be on your head about yet again something else. All right, because you over here mocking that lady. That's why if Mary don't do nothing, Mary gonna throw some insults around. Okay, she's definitely gonna do that. Okay, I'm like, that's not a good look. Mary says that she doesn't like that Jenny feels like she can say whatever she wants to say to her. And she feels like Jenny is a reflection of Lisa because they friends. Like, she feels like how Jenny treats her is the influence on what maybe Lisa has told her. That could be true. I don't know. I think that Jenny got her own mind, and that is literally how Jenny is. I also think that Jenny has this superior complex where she also thinks that she's better than others and stuff. And I'm not standing for her. What else? Meredith says she isn't over Lisa not supporting her son or whatever. So she doesn't like that. Like, girl, you coming around, you're saying that you're my best friend and you've known me for oh so many years and stuff. And over the past year, you decided to get closer with Jen Shaw. And then instead of calling your good friend out that you're now close with, instead of calling her out, you're over here trying to force me to make amends and be back cool with this lady. I feel like that's effed up. I don't like that. And you should have supported me and my son more. So there's that. Yeah, Mary was wrong for mocking Jenny's accent. What's up, Michaela? What's going on? Jenny comes off as better than, yes, she does. She definitely does. Hey, Mina, what's going on, honey? Yes, she does. What else she said? Yeah, so we talked about Meredith feeling like Lisa never calls out Jen Shaw for her BS, right? So there's that. She's not featuring that. Whitney. Y'all, I really like Whitney. However, Whitney, I'm getting you're tap dancing up here. Okay, you're tap dancing up here for me. Why is it that whenever Jenny gets at Mary, she does all the neck rolling? I think that's what Meredith was trying to mention, that she got like a little attitude or something like that. She's always like angry or something. She said, I don't know what it is, but she definitely gives off the whole neck rolling and the pointing and all this other stuff that if a black woman would have done on that show with all of those colorless women, it would have been an issue. Okay, it would have been an issue. She definitely be doing a whole lot. But anyway, yeah, Whitney is working on this Wild Rose event, so Heather comes over to help her out to like stuff the bags and stuff, the gift bags and all of that. And this is when she opens up more to Heather about their finances and stuff. She said, "Girl, look, I done officially went through all of our savings." Girl, what she said, she spent over what $300,000 in savings. She also says that her husband is a bit upset with her because he's like, girl, this ain't just your money. This is the kids' money too. All right. This is the kids' money. You got to be mindful of this stuff. So I feel like with the money that was in there, they should have put a cap on that. She should not have been allowed to touch so much of that money. That money should have been in a trust or something to where nobody could really get to it. And I just think that's messed up for her to pour all into the rebranding of this company. Whitney, I don't know. And she says something like she feels like she's stealing from her own family. And I'm like, Whitney, you are. You are, and you have stolen from your family. And you're going to continue to feel that way until you're able to bring in money to compensate for the SHI that you done stole out of this account. Yes, you should feel away because the way this pandemic and panorama and all this other stuff going, anything can fluctuate and happen at any moment. And y'all tapped out, okay? Hoping that Wild Rose is going to do something. I guess, child. I thought it was me. I'm starting to side eye Whitney. Yep. I feel like Jenny's attitude towards Mary is a little racially motivated, unfortunately. Okay. I don't know. I don't like it either way. Whatever it is, I don't like it. What else? So Whitney speaks on Lisa and how Lisa told her that Mary said, Mary thinks she's God pretty much, and how she said, see what happens when you come against me in my church? Yeah, you go to jail, right? So Whitney repeated that. And so the ladies are starting to believe that Mary could have had something to do with Jean Shaw going to jail. And I'm like, I don't think so. I feel like they've been investigating this lady. Y'all. I don't think that Miss Mary had anything to do with it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I am wondering about Meredith, though. Meredith, somebody done found something out. I don't know, her investigator or somebody done found something out. I don't know. Somebody tipped that little birdie over. I don't know. But I don't know if I can't say Mary had anything to do with it. So the ladies, like I said, they're starting to piece everything together. So they put 2 and 2 together of Meredith and Mary actually not being on that bus when they were getting ready to take the trip to Vail. So Mary called them and said, hey, she had some stuff going on. So she wasn't able to take the bus. But I also thought it was because she didn't want to be around Jenny, because Jenny snapped on her out of nowhere. And that's the thing for me. How y'all let Jenny snap on Mary out of nowhere and ain't nobody check Jenny? But if Mary would have did that to one of y'all would have had something to say to Mary. I don't like that. What else? So they talk about the whole situation with Meredith and Mary not being on the bus. They feel like with Meredith doing this investigation on Jean Shaw, they feel like she could have shared some information with Mary. And from what Mary knew from Meredith, she could have went and told somebody else. And then now Lisa, that's the reason Lisa is on Mary's ass, because she's feeling a way about the fact that Meredith could have confided in. And I'm just sitting up here listening to Heather and Whitney try to make this make sense in their head. And I said, y'all just concocted a whole bunch of nothing that happened. Y'all just came up with whatever y'all want. I say, if this ain't a true example of trying to make a situation fit the scenario that you want, I don't know what is. Okay. Yeah, so there's that. I wouldn't be surprised if she called the feds. Mary is something else. Oh, so you wouldn't be surprised she called the feds? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I probably would put that more on Meredith, though. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Why do I keep doing this? Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. Sorry, you guys. Let's see. Whitney comes off as a subliminal Karen. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Sorry guys, I'm back. The feds are investigating Jen Shaw before the show even started. Got it. Thank you. I agree. I think the Homeland Security and the FBI was already investigating Jen, especially since she's on TV. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if she called the feds. Mary is something else. I don't know. I feel like I would put that on Meredith though. I wouldn't be surprised if Meredith called or had her investigator call. Whitney need a brand manager or something. She's just wasting money. She definitely wasting money. I'm tired of it at this point, girl. Like, stop being out here wasting these folks and your children money. Girl. Yeah, it went blank for a second. Sorry, y'all. I tapped the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Okay, so where are we? We're talking about Meredith and Jen. I'm sorry. Heather and Whitney and how they concocted this whole idea of what was going on surrounding Meredith, Lisa, and Mary, okay? And Jen. It's a whole lot. So we see Jen. Jen actually goes to sit down with her mom, okay? She's working on some stuff for an organization. She's putting together like some hygiene packs or something like that. So then Jen speaks on the case and how she's feeling, right? She says that, number one, her mama say that I believe that you're innocent. Well, I'm like, well, that's nice of you, mom, to, believe that she's innocent. You are a mom. You're supposed to support your child. So that's nice of you, right? So she says that she has 3 attorneys that's actually working on her case, which is why her retainer is $2 million. And she says that her attorney is actually scaring her. And she said maybe that's a tactic of what he uses to, get the money up out of her. And I'm like, you damn well right it is a tactic, because I feel like any regular person walking around the street that's dealing with them same charges, I just feel like they not finna charge you $2 million. They may charge you $20K, but I don't know if they finna charge you $2 million. So I feel like they are milking this situation, especially if you're just gonna be representing her in court and you're not about to pay for like a PR person or something. Like, what am I getting for this $2 million? And you can't even guarantee that I'm not going to jail? Girl, I need a discount immediately, honey. I need a discount. What riddles me is that Whitney's husband is now being investigated, yet she ought to be concerned about her rebrand with no product, right? Make it make sense. Exactly. And guess what's going to be happening next season? She going to come back with the same thing, talking about some, when it comes to Mary, she going to be coming back saying, Mary, the last time I came up against Mary, my husband was being investigated, so I'm not going to go down that road ever again. Watch what I tell you. Right. Well, that's nice of you, Mom. What else happened? So, she's worried about that $3 million, right? I mean, that $2 million that she has to pay. And because they have to pay this money, they're going to downsize. They're going to get into a smaller home, which I believe that they did based on where she's filming when I watched the after show. So it looks like they've already downsized, and she's kind of disappointed a bit because it's affecting everybody around her, because she's usually the person that everybody goes to get money. And now she's having to be in this extremely, extremely vulnerable spot where she has to be the one asking people for money. So much so her mama has decided that she's going to give up her retirement to help her daughter out. I'm like, dang, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. But one thing her mama said that I was like, wow, I guess that was that's a mom for you. She says that, I feel bad, Mom, because this is your money for you to retire, for you to relax, for you to rest, and all of that, right? This is your money you worked hard for so that you can go and do those things. And then her mom says, yes, I understand that, but I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to support you, because how is it that I can do all of those things when your life is in shambles and your life isn't going right and you're unable to relax and stuff? And I was like, okay, that's just like a mom. Just like a mom. I hate it, girl. It's a tough, girl. Listen, Miss Jen, girl, I slick hope you get off, girl, because it's not finna be a good look. I hate for Sharif and the family to go through what they finna go through, girl. I really hate it. I hate it for them. Just think about it. Whitney spending the kids' college money. Not Whitney. Yes. Not Wendy spending the, yes. That's what she doing. Mary is problematic. How you gonna double down on the slant eyes comment? If an Asian person says it's an insult, take their word and just apologize. That's what I say. That's exactly what I say. Jen be lying. She didn't have any real assets. it came out that all her homes are rented, but I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. Because she did say that. She said when it comes to the retainer, like they have to have like, what she said, actual cash. They can't do assets or anything like that. And of course they can't. Of course girl, this is a federal case. They gonna need cash in hand or whatever. That's what they gonna need, because all the assets you talking about then got tied up anyway. Anything that she do have, okay, tied up with the government anyway, girl. So yikes, good luck. They sold their modest mid-sized home prior to the show. Okay, it's in the court records. Season 1 and 2 homes were rentals. I believe it. They moved very quickly. Hell, it could have been Jen aunt who passed away once she found out she probably working with the feds. Child, I can not with you. Okay. Whitney's husband is not currently being investigated. It was a 2-year-old suit and the courts have been dismissed. Yes, they said it was a portion that was dismissed, but when it comes to the pyramid scheme, that's what they're saying that I've read is still on the table. So they're still investigating that part. I can't remember everything that was entailed with that lawsuit, but yes, some of it got dismissed, but not all of it. So there still is some investigation going on. I don't understand why she would even go on the show knowing that she is a fraud. You know, that'd be so weird to me because so many of them do. So many of them go on the show knowing they got all kind of skeletons in their closet. I don't know. They be seeing the money, lights flashing, honey. Where else are we? Okay, so we talked about Miss Jen Shaw and her mama. So let's get to this Wild Rose event. Let us talk about that. So Mary and Meredith arrived first, and Mary can't find a place to put her coat down. And because she can't find a place to put her coat down, she immediately talks about how the party is the worst party that she's ever been to, even in the afterlife. I said, girl, you don't stop your bullshit. You don't stop your mess, Miss Mary Mac. Talk about this the worst party even in the afterlife because you couldn't find nowhere to put your coat down. Now, granted, Whitney, girl, you should have had a coat check. You should have had something somewhere for these people to put their stuff. You know where y'all live at. You know it stay cold out there, girl. So she should have had that in place, but you ain't have to say that lady party was the worst. And you just walked in the door after 5 minutes. Jen shows up and Meredith talks about not being there with her. Yeah, not being there with her. Meredith, I like you, girl. I do. I really like me some Meredith. But if you do not want to film with Jen and you don't want to be in the same rooms as her, you might want to go ahead and walk away from the show. Because the next place you're going to be invited to that she's going to be there is the reunion. So are you going to tell Bravo that you no longer want to be at the reunion because Jen Shaw is going to be at the reunion? No, you're not going to do that. So why are you having such a high expectation for everybody to not have yet another main cast member be at an event that you're going to be in? And I don't understand that. I don't think that's fair. And I like Meredith, but I feel like she's pushing that. She's pushing it. And I don't like that. Let me see what else you guys were saying. Yes, the pyramid part is under investigation. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. What's up, Mikey? You can put up your home for bond. Stewart put up his house. Jen's bond had to be cash because she didn't have a home to, to put up. Not that she couldn't. Got you. Okay, so she didn't even have a home to put up. I know she wish she had a home, but I know she like, dang, I hate we sold that house. We could have put this up. Yes, I am Orange Tree. I will be watching New Jersey. Mary needs to be better. But Jenny is lucky Mary is who she is because another sis would have cursed her out something awful a long time ago. And the difference is would have popped her. Lord. Y'all, yes, please be sure to hit the like button. Thank you guys so much. The coat check was probably right in front of Mary's face. Ooh. Considering that she barely has a grasp of speaking proper English, she probably misreading the sign. Child. That could have been true too. She could have walked right past it because it looked like it was a foyer area. It looked like you walk into the building. It's like a foyer area. Then you come into a whole nother door that's going to take you to the event. So I wonder if the coat check could have been back there. Girl, that is funny, honey. Meredith looked a mess with them purple feathers. I don't think nobody looked good. I think Jenny comes at Mary in a way where she thinks she's getting on Mary's level. The neck rolling and getting extra loud definitely comes off racially motivated. Interesting. Because I can't even recall. I feel like I haven't seen Jenny interact with anybody else in that type of manner outside of just Mary. So I'm wondering if she thinks that she needs to approach Mary in that manner because Mary is the Black woman on the show. Meredith's disengaging as don't add nothing except a bunch of ugly blazers. Child, I can't. I think Meredith's thing is that they aren't informing her that Jen is coming, not giving Meredith the option to opt out. Gotcha. Well, she should say that part then. She should say that part. All right, let's keep going. So Whitney showed up in her bright red wild rose dress, honey. She looked cute though. Jenny rounds up the ladies. Like as soon as she pretty much get there, I don't even think Jenny was there long enough. She went round up all the ladies. Listen, we're gonna have a conversation. Can you talk? You wanna come? Mary, you wanna come? You should come because this is actually gonna be about you. Okay? Yeah, I'm bringing all of the ladies around so that I could check you. Okay, and get a little bit of clout while I'm at it. Okay, and hopefully you won't walk away either. So come over here. Come over here and let me check you. So Jenny wasted no time calling out Mary, okay, for speaking on her slanted eyes. Jen lets her know that it was racist and it was also inappropriate. She was offended. She did not like it. Okay. Mary asked Meredith, did you think that was, offensive? I didn't think that I said anything. It don't matter what you think. I'm sorry. It doesn't. It doesn't matter, Mary. If this woman told you she was offended by it, apologize for it so that we can move on. I apologize. I was not aware. Thank you so much for making me aware of it. Moving forward, I'll be careful about using that. Whatever. I won't use that anymore. Whatever the word is or however you need to say it, apologize and go on. Okay. So Meredith says that she doesn't know if it's offensive to everyone. That's what Meredith said. She don't know if it's offensive to everyone. I'm kind of like, Meredith, you could have just been quiet in that moment. You could have just been like how? I don't know, girl. I don't know. Talk to her, girl. I'm not Asian, so I just go ahead. Y'all got it. Okay. I think when Jenny told Mary that she was insulted and she was offended by the comment based on her culture, Mary should have apologized immediately, like right out the gate. What's with Meredith's purple feather Elton John suit? I don't know where she was going with that. Meredith is trying to have a moment. These are cast events that are pre-planned and scripted. They receive a call sheet just like any other set. Exactly. She goes because it's her job, then complains. I was thinking the same thing. Same thing. Jenny once again being extra, calling all the women together to have a conversation. Just messy and extra. I think she should have had a private conversation with Mary instead of having everyone involved. That would have worked too. Mary probably would have got a better understanding. But that was Jenny's way of trying to sun Mary. That's what she was trying to do. She was trying to sun Mary in front of everybody. And then gonna say in the confessional, the reason I'm doing it in front of everybody is so that Mary doesn't walk away. You haven't seen that y'all have done a lot of stuff in front of everybody and people still get the hell up and walk away? You ain't pay attention to that. Mary gonna do what she want to do because that's just how she is. She gonna walk off if she want to walk off regardless of who's there. You did that to sun that woman, okay? And the emotions that you got out of Mary was exactly what you were looking for. Meredith has been on Twitter backtracking since Sunday night about the slanted eyes comment. I have seen that. I've seen that. She said something where she had had a conversation, I guess, off the record with Jenny or Mary trying to get some things like resolved or something like that. I saw her on Twitter backtracking. But Miss Mary been on Twitter going at everybody. Anybody that's been commenting or saying something about it, Miss Mary has been going at it. She told somebody they look like a brick wall, honey. She was just been, Miss Mary is a mess. Jenny was trying to have a moment. I'm so glad Mary got up and walked away. I feel like Mary got up and walked away towards the end. What she did, obviously that's what she did. I feel like basically what I'm saying is I feel like Jenny still got the moment that she was looking for. Another thing, Jenny brings attention to the shoes. She didn't like the fact that the shoes were used. And I said them shoes was not used. When I think of used shoes, y'all, I think of shoes that were worn. a few times. That's what I think of used shoes, okay? If she tried them on, they hurt her feet and she didn't take them back and she wanted to give them to somebody, I don't see anything wrong with that. They weren't used shoes because she tried them on and couldn't fit them. What's the issue? And did she want to be mad that the lady left her receipt? See, this is your thing, Miss Jenny. You're trying to find things to nitpick about because you do not like Mary. And I can't wait until it's your turn when a lot of people are not feeling you. Okay, so that's what she was just really trying to nitpick. But I was here for Jen Shaw. Shaw said, hold on, let me see that box. So you don't want these? You don't want these right here? Why? And she looking, examining. I said, you better examine them heels. And then here go Jenny telling us, well, that's because they weren't for me. Well, they ain't for me either, but I'm finna take them. So thank you. I'll have them. I know that's right, Jen Shaw. Take them. Jenny ain't got to wear them. You take them for sure. I felt like, was it me? Or I just felt like she was coming off maybe a tad bit ungrateful. And she was nitpicking. Okay, the way that Mary initially told Jenny she made them sound used. The way that Mary initially told Jenny she made them sound used. You think so? I didn't get that. I thought they were used as well. It wasn't until Mary explained it that she knew they weren't worn. Gotcha. Mary told her they were re-gifted in veil. So why didn't Jenny say anything to her then? True. Jen Shaw did call herself Cinderella child. I truly believe Jenny knows that Mary was not trying to be racist, but her thirst for a moment is real. Why didn't she have that energy for Heather when she said she looked like an anime character? Oh, that one went right past me. I don't know why she didn't say that. Again, she don't like Mary. Mary needs to get off of Twitter. It makes things worse. Mary would not have had a private conversation with, you mean Jen would not have had a private conversation with Mary? Have we watched the show? She needed the whole group to get Mary to come. Gotcha. Okay, you're saying Mary would not have talked to Jen privately. Jenny, you don't need to dress people down in front of others. If you're offended, have the education opportunity one-on-one. Yeah, she was looking for a moment for sure. She was getting under that lady's skin. Heather said two insensitive things and nobody said anything about it. I think Lisa is in Jenny's ears, so Lisa is having Jenny do her dirty work. I can see that. I can see that. And that is exactly what Mary was saying. Okay. I can see it. I can see it, y'all. I can see it. Okay. So, Jen, I told y'all Jen ended up getting the shoes. She gonna wear the shoes. She not gonna put them down. I do not blame her. I don't want to hear nothing else about these shoes, Jenny. You gave them up. You did all of that just to flex in the moment, girl. You got what you wanted. So let's move on. Whitney says, this is when Whitney pissed me off, okay? This is when Whitney got on my nerves, all right? Whitney got on my nerves. Whitney says, guys, I have a room full of people. And I said, oh, okay, then go do what you got to do. Well, I will. But I just feel like, the conversation of, race and everything, everybody keeps skirting past it. It's not a big deal. And Mary, I want you to explain to me that, why you said this. And if you can stop saying stuff like that. Whitney made me so mad because I said, Whitney, if you have a group of people, go do that. Okay. Go do that. Go and talk to these people over here and celebrate the people that are here for you. Okay. Instead, you use that as a moment so that you can have the conversation. People can listen to you and you can bring the attention back to Mary for people to be upset about. Okay, you knew what you were doing there. And it's starting to make me think you be so on point, Whitney, when it comes to Lisa and her antics. And it makes me believe that you be so on point with what happens with Lisa because you too do the same damn thing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That right there, a subliminal Karen, aka Whitney Ross. Jenny's fake sister wife storyline flopped, so Mary is her main storyline now. This is a Housewives show. We know that Jenny's producer told her to have a group meeting. True. So basically she was looking for a moment with purpose because they told her to have this group meeting. Don't give me no old shoes you didn't want. Ooh, that you then bought with the church's money. Yikes. Heather did say that, and everyone has been silent because the emphasis was on Mary versus Jenny. Let's not forget that Mary has a church, but apparently she doesn't do much for the community. How does that work? I'll tell you, it doesn't. And there's that. I think Lisa is in Jenny's ear. So Lisa is having Jenny do her dirty work. Yeah, I did read that one. Yeah, y'all. It's a mess, girl. It's a mess. So what else ended up happening? So then Lisa brings up, Lisa brings up something that Mary said in Veil when she said that Jen Shaw was like the cartel, basically. She reminds you of those angry Mexicans or whatever that be selling drugs. Now, Mary girl. Now, you ain't have to say that about that lady. And Lisa, you really didn't have to bring it up either. You was just mad at Jen. That's why you wasn't tripping off of it too much, because you was already in your feelings about Jen, and you ain't talked to Jen for weeks until Jen went and sat down at a table with you and talked to you. And then now you want to come and make it seem like you got an issue with something that Mary said. Girl, Mary was the predetermined storyline for everyone this season, not just Jenny or Lisa. The Jen Shaw situation fell into their lap because they just happened to be recording. Okay. So, so Lisa says that, you call Mary, you call Jen a Mexican thug. And Mary said, I did not say that. And I'm like, Mary, girl, the way they rolling back this beautiful big footage, you really need to start getting in tune with the things that you say. This is not the first time that you've sat up here and denied something that we blatantly heard come out of your mouth. And that's what be making it hard to defend you sometimes, right? You just got to accept it. Okay. And then she's going to go to the confessional time. So, well, I don't recall saying that stuff. I mean, I would hope that I didn't say those things. Mary, you know that you are a person that will allow whatever to fly out your mouth. So you have to always consider the possibility that, I could have said that. Right. Meredith speaks on how Jen friends were treating her, right? Because, Lisa was still talking, and then that's when Meredith decided to agree with what Whitney was saying. And then she also went on to highlight how they have been treating their own friends. Since y'all want to talk about friends and stuff, let me talk about how y'all been treating y'all friend. The same friend that I'm not that cool with. But at the end of the day, how y'all were treating her was a bit unfair. And she says right now, Jen needs to have support. She needs friends. She needs support, especially from y'all, because I'm not able to give it to her right now. And Jen was like, well, girl, why you can't give it to me? Like, what is it? She's like, girl, I'm just not there, girl. I'm still in pain. I'm still hurt by some of the stuff you said. So I can't give it to you, but they should. And I feel like they did it. And that was disrespectful. And, Jen was like, well, girl, I appreciate that. I would like to have some more support. But there's that. Lisa asked, well, who is you talking to? Okay, who you directing your comments at? Okay, because what you're saying right now is that people was over here trying to attack Miss Jen, and that's not what the case was. I wasn't even trying to attack her. So you need to be clear. You need to be direct with the comments that you're over here making. What else happened? So Lisa goes on to speak on Mary lying on her. Okay, she starts saying that Mary told Jen that she was going to jail or something like that. And Lisa said, I never said that. And then Mary says, don't call me a liar. She said, you know what, girl, I'm done. And this is when Mary gets up out that seat and Mary goes because she don't want to be a part of this anymore. Meredith goes after her. But the reason I feel like Meredith went after her was because Meredith was tired of sitting around y'all anyway. That's number one. I think she just was tired of sitting around y'all, and she used the excuse of following behind Mary so she can get away from y'all. That's what that was to me. Heather tells Elisa, Heather, I see you being a bit messy, girl. I see you. You over there gonna tell Lisa, listen, you don't need to let Mary come in between you and Meredith. You don't need to let her do that. I'm like, girl, I see you for your works right now, Miss Heather. So Lisa goes to talk to Meredith, and Meredith was like, listen, I gotta go get my jacket, girl. I gotta go get my stuff, girl. I'm gonna do it in a minute. I'm good. Let me go. So then Lisa tells her, well, okay, I'm done chasing. I'm not gonna chase you anymore. I'm not gonna do it. And then Meredith said, girl, you shouldn't. Don't. I don't want you to. Don't chase me. Okay, so then instead of chasing behind Meredith, she runs over to Mary. Lisa runs over to Mary, interrupts the conversation, tells Mary they need to talk. Mary is over there like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to have a conversation. She said, no, can we talk? Listen to me because my feelings are hurt. I am so tired of Lisa wanting to have conversations because her feelings are hurt. But don't be wanting to hear other people when their feelings are hurt. Lisa, I still have not forgotten about how you treated your friend earlier this season when y'all was all in that room, how you was coming at her and then you had to pull other people into the conversation. I don't know why they phased out that friend, but I hope they bring her back for the reunion so that we can all talk about it. We haven't forgotten about you, okay, in those actions. What else ended up happening? It was just the fact that she said that she wasn't running after Meredith, but she started to run after Mary and said, well, I'm just going to follow you. Well, I'm just going to follow you, Mary. I don't understand why we can't talk. Mary says that, well, listen, girl, I'm going to tell you just like this, honey. You come off a bit two-faced. I just said what I said, girl. You come off a bit two-faced. Mary says she doesn't, she says, when Lisa told her, like, girl, but I'm sorry, you have to admit that you did say that because that's what was said. Mary says, I don't talk like that. I wasn't even raised like that. I wouldn't say anything like that. I'm a Mexican thug. I wouldn't say that. Why would I do that? And it's like, Mary, girl, cut it out. You're doing the most. You also was not raised to marry your grandfather, your step-grandfather, but you did that anyway. So cut it out and stop talking about how you was raised and all this other stuff, girl. Stop it. Because that ain't how you is now. All right. So be quiet, ma'am. Mary says that she wants to believe that she never said that. But Mary, you did. So there's that. Okay. That was pretty much the episode. Lisa don't be having anything to do with the situation. All the situations but her feelings are hurt all the time. All the time. Whitney and Heather are starting to get on my nerves. The only person I'm rocking with at this point is Meredith. Okay, because I'm feeling the same way. I'm feeling the same way. Even with Meredith's disengaging ass. I'm feeling the same way. Like, that's the only person I'm rocking with. Meredith flew up out of there with them damn feathers. She did. I don't trust Whitney or Heather. With them being Bravo super fans, I find them to be manipulative with their perception. They move like they know what the audience wants when it comes to the group. Yeah, I could see that on Whitney's behalf. I feel like Whitney definitely is in tune. And I don't think they give Whitney enough credit. They be thinking that she crazy. Or not crazy, but dumb. Meredith was right with her friendship speech. Even a broke clock is right twice a day. Hey, Sam, what's up? Thank you so much for the congratulations. I appreciate it. Best line of the season. I pray to God that you are guilty. What? Who said that, Mims? Who said that? Mary runs her mouth sounding crazy like Jerome Wiggins in the prison cell on In Living Color. She sounds like she has never traveled outside of her church basement. Crazy, right? Jenny needs to go. She's hard to watch, in my opinion. I agree, sweet Capricorn. If she does not come back, I will be satisfied. I don't know if I want to see Jenny next season. They may bring her back, but Jenny definitely was giving moments of, I want to return next year. So let me go at the person that everybody else is going at the most, which is Mary. Let me get in on this too, sis. Absolutely. Jenny is annoying AF too. She made valid points with Mary, but purposely did it in a group setting. Yeah. Another blogger I was passing through said Meredith and Jen hooked up. Not hooked up. Not Meredith and Jen. What kind of stuff is that? Ooh, I might have to look that up. Mary told Jen to her face at the faux lunch, I pray to God you're guilty. Oh, I didn't even catch that. I mean, innocent. Oh, okay. I didn't catch that. But as far as this hooked up, honey, I'm going to have to go and research this because I ain't know. Interesting how Angie conveniently disappeared after Lisa got mad at her. Angie only appeared a few times and she was significantly more entertaining than Jenny this entire season. Let's talk about it. Okay? let's talk about that. Because I agree. Angie was being tired for what? She was being tried for a snowflake. Ultimately, she wouldn't act a complete fool for the show. Remember, she has real money, unlike the rest of them. Dang, she didn't have to act a fool though. Dang. She was definitely more entertaining, bruh. More entertaining. Oh, I hate it. I hope they bring her back though. Production ultimately decided that Angie wasn't going to give what they wanted her to give. I don't blame Angie. She has real money with friends with $1 million checks. She does. Did you download the app, Omar, for the Discord? Is it on your phone? If not, you should be able to go to the website. Just go to the website and just, copy paste it in the link. Try it one more time and let me know. Meredith take me out all the time. She walked like a spoof model. Like it's a joke you moving like that. Girl, you want Angie to come back, Kimmy? Oh yeah, Angie. I'm thinking about Jenny. Yes, I want Angie to come back, but Jenny can go. Jenny can go. With this whole sister wives storyline and all this other mess and forced and by Meredith chases behind Mary like Mary knows who her side boo was last year. I wonder, I don't know, because I can't recall too many times that I've seen Meredith truly chase behind Mary. I haven't seen that a whole lot, but I do think that she used it as an excuse to get away from the group. It makes me wonder if Meredith just doesn't want to be there anymore, but she wants the benefits of the check or something. Like, Meredith, do you still want to do this? I don't know. And I also feel like Mary could be becoming Meredith's only friend because she just don't trust people for real. I think she's cool with Whitney and Heather by way of co-workership or whatever, right? Like that, like y'all co-workers, I can leave you, I can take you. Right? Jen crossed the line, girl. I'm definitely not rocking with you. When it comes to Meredith, like, I was your friend, but I'm starting to see sides of you and things about you that I do not like. So right now, she's just rocking out with Mary. Even though Mary got some ways about her too that make you be like, So I don't know what kind of alliance or anything they got going on. But yeah, they need to bring a friend on for Meredith that isn't Lisa. Angie seems like she would be a good fit for the show, but I get it. Don't fake the funk when you don't have to. True. Something is off with Mary and Meredith's friendship. I feel like she is in alliance with Mary because she knows she don't like Jen and never will. That could be true. Does anybody else feel like Mary has genuine mental trauma? I don't know if it's mental trauma, but that may be a great way of putting it. But I know it's some mental going on. And sometimes when she talks, her sentences are never complete. Some things don't be making sense. It's like she jumps from one sentence to the next. Like it's like a fragment. She gives fragments instead of sentences. Does that make sense? It's like she gives a fragments and then she jumps to an end part of a whole nother sentence. And I'm like, and then you're left kind of having to piece together some stuff, right? Let me see. Did y'all peep Jenny's husband being a bit cringe down to the Wild Rose party? I did not see that. A person on Reddit claims that Jen and Meredith hooked up. Whoop. They also claimed they were messing with the same dude. Child, cut it out. Not Miss Meredith being all freaky leaky. I find Jenny is particularly aggressive with Mary. She doesn't speak to anyone else on the cast the way she speaks to Mary. Exactly. And if people start calling her out for being a racist, I want her to have the same energy that she's been having towards Mary about the racist comment, slanted eyes, because she definitely gives that neck roll and pointing of the hand and all that extraness to the only black woman on the show. Nobody else. And that's why the first time she did it, Mary was taken off. Like, what are you know what I'm saying? Doing a whole lot. Yeah. And then wanted to blame it on the fact that she was still hurting about something her husband said or about the, losing of a child and all this other stuff, just lying. Yeah. Like sometimes it's hard to judge her accurately because it seems like there's something wrong with her mentally. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think Mary and her husband lived separate lives for years. Probably so. And it sucks when you see that he don't really go to those functions. It's always everybody else's husband. We never really see Mary and her husband out. I think she ashamed and embarrassed by that man. That's probably what it is, girl. For sure. I hate that she had to live that type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine how much resentment that she holds for him and having to live as his wife, child, and the mother of his child. Yikes. That's crazy. Yes, Angie and another woman asked Dewey if he was a doctor. He said he's a doctor of love. He was probably looking to add to their sister wives storyline. Mary is an elitist as well. Okay. Meredith's husband has frat boy small D energy. I think Meredith was getting her back broke while he was out of time. I can't even imagine that with Miss Meredith. Okay, I need this same cast back for season 3. Bump Jenny down to the friend of the main 6, cover all the bases. Yeah, they can. If she gonna be around, put her in a limited capacity. I would prefer her not be there at all, to be honest. Every time Jenny pops up on the screen, I want to turn the show off. Mary told us she ain't attracted to her husband. She likes white men. Mary is not friends with any of these women. She thinks she's above all of them, and she does not like them. I guess so, honey. I guess that's what it is. But yeah, the episode was cool, you guys. It was cool for what it was. That's really all that I have. I thank you guys so much for hopping on and chit-chatting with me today about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm sorry, not Atlanta, girl. We wish, honey. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But I'm gonna try to come back to you guys again later today. Probably do a quick chat, and we're probably gonna, talk about some things. Maybe some Real Housewives content, as well as, some of the things that's out here in the blogs. Miss Shekinah running her mouth. What else we got? Kuamo, who's not being charged or anything is going to happen with him, being pressed forward regarding the situation with him, and some other stuff, Tristan Thompson coming out and apologizing to Miss Chloe and all that other stuff. So we'll get into all of that a little later today. I'll try and pull it together and come back and do a live with you guys later as well. So that's all I got. I thank you all so much for tuning in. Okay. And I will catch you guys later. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamithatsme. And also you're welcome to join the Discord as well. Link will be down below. All right. Bye-bye.